another one. Yes, my name's Liam. I'm here to answer the question I know you've all been wondering. What would it look like if Jesse from Breaking Bad had his own cereal cafe? I didn't need to laugh quite so much at that. Oh yeah, he does look like a crack addict. No, anyway, how are we doing anyway? We happy? What's that like? I don't know how you can be happy at this time, innit? The world's a confusing place at the moment, you know. You gotta wake up every day, you gotta remember what Prime Minister it is today. You have to remember who Keir Starmer is. You have to remember whether the numbers on the dial in the fridge represent degrees centigrade or magnitude of iciness. Wait, what? That's blowing your mind, isn't it? Yeah, it's I'm going to move this. I don't like things that are skinnier than me. Yeah, it's a confusing world, isn't it? It's especially been a confusing time recently because I've been searching for a place to rent while simultaneously searching for a partner on Tinder. I'm very mixed up, you know. I ended up ghosting my estate agent, putting down a holding deposit on a date. I don't appreciate that as much as you'd think. But it's a very easy mistake to make, isn't it? Because the modern world has reduced these things down to very similar things, you know. Just sit there scrolling, judging candidates based purely on their appearances. Never mind the fact that you're sat with your trousers around your ankles on the shitter. Even the language is very similar, isn't it? You know, people say, you know, oh, I'm just looking to settle down, although I mostly just end up settling. All the good ones are swept up with the market, so you go for quantity over quality. And by the end of the working week, you've had more viewings than the EasyJet's complaints webpage. And you worry about that thing, don't you know, where you have a holding deposit rejected for some unknown reason, and then someone you know gets an offer accepted on the same place. And then maybe, you know, a couple months later, you're walking down the street and you can say, he's giving it a makeover now. Considering his budget, he's really punching above his weight. In fact, they're planning an extension now. And sure, you're happy for them, but you know, you can't help but think that if you put an offer on the place, you'd have been happy with the place the way it was. You'd be trying so hard to change her, Jared! Jared's my estate agent. We're a pretty open relationship. You know, I see other estate agents. He says he has a lot of interest from other clients. Though I suspect most of them are imaginary. You know, he claims he's super cool with it, but whenever we meet up, he's like, oh, you've seen many other properties recently? Back off, Jared, you're suffocating me, God! The sex is great, though. So we like about estate agents, they sure know how to fuck you. Yeah, it's a confusing world, isn't it? I tell you what's not confusing. Stand-up comedy. Fucking easy, isn't it? No, it is easy. People come up to me, they're like, oh, I couldn't do what you do. Yes, you fucking could. I'll let you into a secret. In fact, sorry, some of the other comedians, they'll get pissed off at me for saying this, but I'll let you into a secret. It's just talking. Just talking. I had a 7-foot fireman come up the other day. He said, "You're so brave." Yeah, but the thing is, recently, stand-up comedy has become pretty easy, despite how this set is going. It says, because it's become too formulaic, and I'll explain why I think that in 3 steps. Firstly, all you gotta do is set up an expectation and then say exactly the opposite for a punchline, okay? Secondly, if you can't think of a punchline, you can just repeat something you said earlier on. And thirdly, all you have to do is set up an expectation and then say exactly the opposite. Breaking Bad. Thank you, I've been stand up here.